Thank you, Ned. Yeah, so I come from Bogota, Colombia. Then I had the opportunity to work in the UK and study in the United States. I also worked at a telecom company in Colombia, where I was junior analyst and then worked as investment officer. And later on in 2019, around around that, we launched a firm called US Cherry that tries to help Latin American clients have higher quality products, such as in the United States and robo-advisor solutions.
You have a different segment. As you said, the market in South America is way more emerging. I mean, how, maybe give us a flavor of where wealth is in the kind of in South America, and how the digital side of it is changing.
Yeah, what we have seen with digital approaches is that people are very eager to try these new products, but there have been type of scams. So a lot of clients, when we reach to them, they feel this kind of distrust because they feel that they have more trust in the institutions, in the large banks. So what we try to offer is show that everything's secure, that everything's regulated, and that's why we went through a hybrid approach, so that everything from the portfolios or the investments are very digital. But when it comes to the interactions with the clients, they can call someone, they can see someone, and that's what we want to show, because there have been many scams, and more in Latin American countries. In Colombia, we had a big thing that was Interbolsa. That is, it was the biggest market maker. It controlled about 50% of the trades in Colombian market, and it blew up. And many people have their savings, their pensions, and we are trying to separate from that and show that the digital way to go is much more efficient. And yeah.
And has digital wealth, do you see people, even with those scams, do you see people, the number of customers you're getting increasing?
Yeah. The thing is that many new firms, not regulated in Colombia, I would say that they offer forex trading, crypto trading. It's not that we don't like those type of investments. However, what we offer are long-term investments, so the returns are usually 5 years, 10 years. So when people hear the investments that we offer, they may turn to go towards the fast returns or the fast promises. Yeah,
that makes sense. How do you see it as US Cherry? Right, you're providing digital wealth. What are the strategies you've used? I mean, Nicolas, you're building a new business. It's clearly a digital enabled business, but you're doing hybrid as well. What are the different strategies you're using as you build the business?
Yeah, so first off, I can relate to what Michael said, as the minimums in Colombia are sometimes very high, and also the management fees are also very high. So upwards of 3% or even 4%. And what we try to do is offer low minimums, such as 90 basis points or so. Maybe that for the United States is high, but in a Latin American market, there are more costs involved with the clients. As clients, they call more. There has to be more face-to-face interactions. So initially, we thought, as being 100% digital firm, we thought that that's going to be it. We show our products, we do marketing, and that's basically. But what we found is that there has to be a lot of face-to-face interactions initially, and once people come on board, it doesn't mean that they have to become clients, but they are interested or they know about the company. We do a lot of seminars and a lot of economic outlooks of the market, and so that has worked for us.
Again, are you coming from this idea of building a brand new digital firm? Nicolas, you have a clean slate. You can use any digital solution you like because you're building a brand new firm. How did you think about that as you're building US Cherry? When you're building that new firm, how did you think about which solutions you would use?
Yeah, so what we wanted at US Cherry was that for smaller accounts, we wanted that when clients are onboarding, they can have access to real customer service. Because what we found is that many smaller accounts don't have access to real customer service. They perhaps have access to an FAQ, or they can send an email and maybe a chatbot, but that's basically it. So what we wanted is that smaller accounts have access to a real interaction. So they may not have access to a financial advisor, but they have access to a real person. Another great thing for high net worth clients is that they can both onboard digitally or they could do it face to face. So we've seen with family and friends that maybe they're traveling. We already have the established relationship with them, but they know because they have the trust that they can do the onboarding process and sign everything online and send everything via the robo, having also the access to the financial advisor if they want to.
And as you've launched US Cherry, as you think about the marketing of your firm, what are the digital tools in terms of how you've done the marketing for US Cherry? I assume that's been all online, or how have you done that customer acquisition?
Yeah, so initially family and friends, voice to voice, that has worked a lot. And also we have been teaming up with financial gurus per se in social networks such as YouTube and TikTok. However, we are very careful with that as everything's very regulated. They have to start the video saying that this is not financial advice. But what we try to do is show the clients the benefits of investing. So many people that don't know that with $100 per month they could reach $1 million when they retire. So what we try to do is show them what's the power of compounding, compounding interest, and people we had great reactions from that.
It's been interesting to see the different kind of ways each of you look at that. Maybe Nicolas, just in maybe a 1 minute wrap up, what is your summary of your thoughts on digital wealth? From your vantage point, from as you see it, from building a new digital wealth hub, are the people who view this show, generally they're working at financial institutions or they are in the business of building digital wealth solutions. It's not really the end customer who watch this show so much. It's more people who are actually wanting to build digital wealth. If you could summarize what you've learned in the last kind of couple of years building US Cherry, what advice would you give somebody who perhaps for you, Nicolas, what advice would you give somebody who wanted to start their own digital wealth fund?
Okay, so a clear advice that I would give is that initially you may think that you can go 100% digital, and that's a great thing because there are a lot of new opportunities or a new business. You could reach new markets via digital way. But I will also say and make them understand that the traditional way of making business, it's also very relevant, and a great way of doing business is merging the old way and the new way to form something new. So that has worked a lot of with us, and that's what we've seen in the way. And also we believe that building a lot of trust via real interactions, taking a lot of time with clients, even if it's via seminar or talking face to face, that would be something great.